Did you know that tomorrow is our 8-month anniversary here at TheRebel.media? Our very first video was shot in my living room. Well, now, 1,686 videos later, we're about to unveil a high-tech studio and launch a daily TV-style show. Imagine what we'll do in our next 8 months. Now, YouTube tells some of our stories so far. 11.2 million videos watched, totaling 44 million minutes. But that's just videos. As you know, we have tons of written content too on our website, from blogs to those fun shareable graphics you can put on Facebook. Google Analytics tells us that 2.9 million individual visitors have come to the website 13.7 million times. From May to the end of September, our growth rate was more than 20% per month, every month. In the last 2 full days, Tuesday and Wednesday, we had 139,000 individual people come to the website, and they clicked on 277,000 pages. That is higher than when we were at our beloved Sun News Network and the audience we had then. It's comparable to what CTV News Channel and CBC News Network gets during normal operations when they're not just airing their mainline network's content. One last statistic for you. Amazon's website ranking company called Alexa.com now puts us at number 735 in Canada, a new high for us. Out of literally millions of websites in Canada, we're number 735. For comparison, my old hometown newspaper, the Calgary Sun, is ranked number 900 in Canada. And we did all of this without a marketing budget. It's all just natural sharing through social media and even people just emailing our stories to each other. I think it's because we're giving our viewers what they want but can't find elsewhere from the media party. Straight news, conservative opinion, and some activism. And we're doing it all with a little bit of fun. Here, I want to give you just one example, but it's such an important example. Bear with me. I've mentioned this before. You know that the Canadian Journalists Union, representing thousands of news reporters in this country at places like the CBC and the Canadian Press, did you know that they're in a union to begin with? And that union, called the Canadian Media Guild, did you know that they have registered as an anti-conservative third-party campaign group in this election with Elections Canada? As in, every reporter you see on the CBC or you read in a Canadian Press story who is reporting objectively about this election campaign is actually spending their own money through their union to campaign against Stephen Harper and the Conservatives and make them lose. I think that is so bizarre, every part of it. I mean, a journalists union to begin with is bizarre to me. I mean, I thought unions were for hardworking people like coal miners, and that this union would set up a super PAC to fight Harper and meddle in an election. It would be like if an umpires union would set up a fan club for the Texas Rangers, and those same umpires would then officiate at a game between the Rangers and the Blue Jays. I mean, it's weird and it's inappropriate, but the worst of it is, and this is my point, that none of this was disclosed. The CBC's reporters who pay for this anti-Harper campaign with their own money, they don't disclose that when they report news about Harper. I mean, when a partisan liberal is interviewed on TV, usually under their name it says liberal strategist. When a partisan conservative or New Democrat's on TV, they're identified as such too. I mean, it's transparent, it's just reporting. But these reporters themselves on the CBC, in the Canadian Press, are personally funding an anti-Harper campaign in this same election they're covering, and yet they don't disclose it to their viewers or their readers, let alone do a news story about their own campaign. You see what I mean? You see what I mean about we at TheRebel.media filling a void in the media market? I'm not saying stop watching the CBC or stop reading Canadian Press. I'm not going to stop. I'm just saying when you're done watching the propaganda from Canada's state broadcaster, when you're done reading the propaganda from the Canadian Media Guild's anti-Harper campaigners, when you're done, come on over to The Rebel for the other side of the story. That's why our viewership has been growing by 20% month over month. We're not just balanced against the media party also, we're more interactive. We love our viewers and we get our viewers engaged in what we're doing. Our audience truly feels like they're our partners, actively part of what we do. We don't take a dime of government money like the CBC does. We're built by our members, as our crowdfunding wall of honor on our new studio will tangibly demonstrate. That's my update for now. If the election goes as polls suggest it will, and if the Liberals do as well as the polls say they might, the demand for independent, fearless journalism will be even stronger. And I promise that we'll rise to the occasion with your continued support. For TheRebel.media, I'm Ezra Levant. Ow! We're building a studio. Help us out. Click here or visit BuildTheDream.ca.